The world we live in has been designed. From the chair you're sitting in to the glasses on your nose, from the building we find ourselves in and the sidewalk you walked on to get here. Everything that we're currently visioning in this moment was once just an idea in someone's head. Solid thought. We exist in a world of embodied design ideals. But what is design? I mean, traditionally, when we think of design, we think of architecture like the serpentine structures of Zaha Hadid, or the information hierarchy of websites, or, I don't know, the cool machine, slick exteriors of the phones in our pocket. But I have a much more simple and universal definition. Design is the technology to bring thought into space and time. It is the series of processes that bring the immaterial into materiality, the manifestation of one's imagination. If the world we live in has been designed, then who designed it? Can you spot me in this photograph? This is an image of the Hazelwood West Concert Choir. And if you squint really hard, you may be able to find me, one of two brown faces in a sea of, well, whiteness. Now, don't get me wrong. I loved school. I loved my friends. I mean, honestly, I had a blast. I excelled in the curriculum presented to me. I read Wuthering Heights and Great Expectations. In choir, we sang Bach and Mendelssohn. I mean, I killed it, if I do say so myself. But I never really quite saw myself. You see, the traditional education narrative around the Black American experience was centered around slavery and civil rights. I was regaled with the very important stories of the Black struggle for liberation, but rarely was I shown the fruits of the Black imagination. Black thought manifested in space and time. That was until I moved to Harlem. And that's where I saw that the Black imagination was shaping and had been shaping the world. But not just shaping it, hacking it. You see, in a world not designed with us in mind, Black people have traditionally hacked and remixed and reconfigured pre-existing systems, and in that process not only brought about our liberation, but opened up new worlds and new possibilities for all of us, like the improvisation of jazz musicians like Thelonious Monk that expanded and contracted time, or trans activists like Marsha P. Johnson, whose refusal to stand down to the police paved the way for gay liberation in the United States. Black liberation is a point of view powered by the refusal of existing paradigms, transmuting the pain of the lived experience into something more liberative, generative. 2 years ago, I hacked the magazine cover. Fresh off the heels of the George Floyd protest, I was commissioned to shoot Oscar-winning actress Viola Davis for the cover of Vanity Fair. But unlike traditional magazine covers that are usually bright and energetic and fashion-forward, I decided to take this opportunity to confront America's dark past and transform it and transmute it into something more beautiful. And as grateful as I am for that opportunity, no one should have to travel so far or work so hard just to find themselves. And so in that same year, and in that same spirit, I founded the Institute of Black Imagination. The Institute of Black Imagination is a design startup dedicated to Black thought in the realms of education, technology, design, and media. Anchored by an archive of over 2,000 books that I inherited from the multi-hyphenate artist Jeffrey Holder, the Institute of Black Imagination is a vehicle to unlock new worlds and new possibilities. Those mentors I was looking for, well, now there's a whole tribe of them in the IBI podcast, featuring conversations from the pool of Black genius in an audience with 53 countries. Innovation and access to a diverse landscape is so important. And so earlier this year, we launched blackimagination.com, the public beta of a design portal that covers Black culture and thought from throughout the diaspora. And, you hear it here first, next year, we will launch our first physical location. In the Oculus of the World Trade Center in New York City. And the IBI Oculus will be a subversion of retail that not only houses our archive, but has public programming and design objects created by innovators like David Adjaye and Stephen Burke. Black imagination that you can touch and see and feel. If we know what Black music sounds like, what does Black design look like? What does Black space feel like? It feels like creating spaces designed for resiliency and sustainability, while ensuring that future generations have the information, the tools, and resources that they need to not only grow, but to thrive and imagine and dream even bigger dreams. Because Black imagination goes beyond race. It's a way of navigating the world. It's as expansive, complex, and diverse as the cosmos, as subtle and graceful as the way we move through space. It's alchemy, transforming base materials into cultural gold. It's subversive, hacking a world not designed with us in mind. It's reinvention, it's world history, and it's the way forward. Welcome to your Black imagination.